That's me. My name is Phil.
And that's me. My name is Iva. This is now our home, a sailboat called Dali, and the Southeast Asian waters are our playgrounds.
We both quit the corporate world to follow our dreams of living on a sailboat.
During the first few years, we discovered the spectacular coasts of Malaysia, Thailand, and India.
We feel extremely lucky to have experienced this change of lifestyle, and now we want to encourage other people to do the same.
During our journey, we will be searching for Dreamcatchers, people that have taken the leap, changed their life, and given it a whole new meaning. If you've ever had that little voice in the back of your mind that now and again tries to convince you to break free, we want you to believe that it really is possible to make the change and live the life you dream of.
Yes, this is your invitation to climb on board. Come with us as we sail to exotic destinations off the beaten tourist track. We'll show you parts and people of Southeast Asia that you've never seen before.
Last week on Dreamcatchers, while sailing down the west coast of Sumatra, we encounter another sailboat. On board Bonnie, we meet our new Dreamcatchers.
Hello, I'm Gosia Lloyd. I'm Polish and Australian citizen.
Hi, my name's Quentin. I'm originally a New Zealander.
During 10 years, Quentin and Gosha worked to save up enough money to buy their own sailboat and fulfill their dream of surfing the famous Indonesian waves.
I told myself, that's it. I'm going to do this myself. I'm going to come here on my own yacht and I'm going to anchor there on my own boat.
This week, we take our adventures on land and drive to majestic Lake Toba. It is breathtaking, magnificent. There are no words to describe our surprise at how amazingly beautiful this place is. Back on Dali, we cross the equator for the first time as we sail to the colorful village of Bale Bale and stock up with fresh water. It takes us some searching, but we finally meet our first Dreamcatcher family. With 2 young children on board, the McGroders have a unique and inspiring story.
Saw Barrenjoey sitting there one evening and went and sat on it and felt right, and so we went for it.
We continue our journey and leave the island of Simelu behind. We head southeast, discovering a few gorgeous islands on the way. We marvel at the crazy blue of the boundless depth with some of the clearest water we've ever seen. We come across 2 islands and we're blissfully alone to enjoy the raw and untouched nature all around us.
Okay, so today's coconut action on the beach. Spotted some fresh coconuts over there that are in reach of this weapon I built with aluminum stick, machete end, wood extension. Give it a try.
Fresh coconuts are really delicious and they provide us with coconut water as well as meat. They keep really well on the boat and are a real treat. However, they're not easy to get down from the high palm trees.
So we got the coconuts, 5 of them. Now, we're just preparing them. Trying not to lose a hand in the process, because we're on a very remote island, and if I cut my hand, it'll be a bit difficult for everybody. Daddy's anchored right over there, by the way. This is gorgeous, this place. Wow! Very good with a little bit of rum. Okay.
You look so handsome. So we're in this beautiful anchorage. We're on Pulau Bangkaru. As you can see, the water is super calm here. And best of all, we heard that through the mangroves, there's a secret passage where we can go and find a natural freshwater creek. Now, if we can find that, it would be amazing. We can do our laundry, we can wash ourselves, and just having like an unlimited supply of fresh water is such a luxury when you live on a boat. So yeah, let's go see if we can find it. We found the entrance. It's really cool. We're surrounded by mangroves on both sides. Now the passage is really shallow, so we have to be very careful not to mess up the engine. But it's so pretty here. It's really, really nice. We got a little too shallow in the clearing, so we have to get out and row. But it's so beautiful, and the water is really clear actually for water that, I guess the water moves a lot between the passage because it's very, very clear. And we've just got to keep going a little further and see if we can find that creek. We hear the sound of rushing water and head towards a little opening in the branches. Wow, look at that. Oh, it's so nice. So I don't know if it's the fishermen that come around here or who, but they've set up a little half bamboo stick. And we even have, it's like having our own running tap. It's amazing. Oh, it's so nice. We wash our laundry first and then ourselves.
Oh, that feels sick.
The water is cool and refreshing and so kind to our skin after such harsh salt water. The sunset lights up the mangrove in a spectacular fashion as we return to Dali after a relaxing day.
Coming up, we leave Dali all alone to discover Lake Toba, the world's largest volcanic lake. Dali crosses the equator for the first time as we arrive in the lively village of Bale Bale.
We have a huge indoor sauna/bathroom. Very nice.
We find fresh water, but no sign of any dreamcatcher. We must continue our search. We finally see land again as we reach the Sibolga Bay on the west coast of Sumatra. We have to sail through some crazy fishing structures to make it to the protected bay of Pargadungan.
Well, we finally arrived in Sibolga. We have heard of this little town up north from Sibolga called Pargadungan, and we're just entering right now the little passage between the island and the fish farms to arrive in Pargadungan. Hopefully, we're hoping to be able to leave the boat there for 3 days to discover beautiful Lake Toba, which is only 200 kilometers away from us. So hopefully we can meet some people there that will take care of our boat while we're gone and look after it. Let's see what happens.
It doesn't take us long to meet some friendly locals who kindly offer to look after Dali while we explore inland. It's scary to leave the boat, but we're confident it will be in good hands, and we're so excited to do a little on-land exploration.
The biggest volcanic eruption in the history of the Earth. I've actually never been. I've seen a few volcanoes actually, but it's just really cool to be heading inland and towards a volcano and discovering this whole new part of Sumatra. Now we're very lucky to find a place to leave the boat and some nice people on shore who are going to look after Dali for 3 nights while we're going to Lake Toba. Look at this tunnel here.
Wow! Do we have any lights?
What, can we go through here?
And there's a dude.
Well, the newly constructed tunnel or... what the fuck is that? Wow, this is absolutely amazing. And back on the good road. The next morning, we decide to drive up to the top of the mountain.
We've arrived arrived in Lake Toba and it is breathtaking, magnificent. There are no words to describe our surprise at how amazingly beautiful this place is. The lake was created by a massive volcanic eruption 25 million years ago, the largest one in the history of the Earth, and it created the world's largest volcanic lake, and it's just so amazingly beautiful. And it's 100 kilometers from tip to tip, and it's insane. We're 200 kilometers away from the beach, but we feel like worlds and worlds away from Sibolga. I've lived in Southeast Asia for 20 years, and Southeast Asia, you never stop surprising me because I've never ever seen anything like this. It's so, so amazing.
We spent 3 blissful days in Lake Toba and discover a bit of the local culture and customs. Lake Toba is home to the Batak, which is a term used to identify a number of ethnic groups found here. We marvel at the people, the traditional houses, the churches, the Tugu graves and the rice fields dotting the shores of the lake and decorating the mountainside. It's a magical place and so rich in natural and cultural heritage. So this is we have arrived in Pargadungan, and this is where we have left the boat for 3 days while we're going to Lake Toba. And this is the place where everybody meets to drink coffee. And this is my good friend Indra. Indra is the village secretary, and he has been looking after the boat for 3 days while we were away in Lake Toba. And thanks to him, we come back and everything is good on the boat. Thank you very much.
Back in Pargadungan, we're so happy to see some familiar faces.
It's lovely to spend some time with our new friends. The kids get really excited when we give them some pencils and books we bought on our trip.
The time has come to leave the city and our new friends. We have to continue sailing in the search of our next Dreamcatchers. Coming up, we cross the equator for the first time and have a little celebration on the dinghy. We made it! We're in the The friendly inhabitants of Bale Bale village invite us inside their homes and share water from their well. After so much searching, we are rewarded and meet our first Dreamcatcher family.
That was a dream, yeah. Get my own boat and living the dream.
Living the dream,
as they say.
We arrive in the north of the Tela group of islands, and right away we're stunned by their exotic beauty. After the grime and dust of the city of Sibolga, we're so happy to be back in these beautiful remote islands. Indonesia is always full of surprises. This is definitely the first time we see pigs on the beach.
We anchor the boat in a very protected bay in front of a colorful little village. This is an important milestone on our trip as we cross the equator for the first time.
Yay! Equator party!
So we have just crossed the equator for the first time. Congratulations!
Wow!
You have been a very good crew.
You've been a very good captain. We made it! We're in the
So this calls for a celebration.
Yay! Sparklers! Oh,
Well,
humidity.
that was short. Anyways, now we still have the rum.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a shot for the captain first.
Well
as
earned,
tradition
well
wants
earned,
it.
deserved.
Thank you. Better not spill the bottle. Cheers to the equator.
Cheers to the equator, something. Yay!
Delicious. Good old rum.
Good old rum. Pirates drink.
For the crew.
For the crew. To the equator, here's to having it made it this far and to many more crossings
Of lines.
of lines.
Of imaginary lines.
Imaginary lines.
Bravo. And
Yeah.
of course, last but not least, maybe the most important, the shot for Neptune, god of the seas, has to continue protecting us as he did
Yes. He's
until
been
now.
very kind to us. Thank you, Neptune. To the sea.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Woohoo!
So here we are on our way to get some water and get rid of our trash. Pulau Tanamasa, Tero Group. The equator is about 100 to 200 meters over this side. We just crossed it this morning when we arrived. So we are basically right on the equator. Very hot here, no wind, and it just has big squalls coming through from time to time, but not enough to collect rain. That's why we're out of water and we need to go to the village to find some. Very cute village right there in front of us. Seems to be a Christian place because there's some churches, which is a change for us. So look forward to discovering this new island we don't know. Selamat sore.
Bisa titip di sini? Bisa. Makasih. Halo Kak, kami perlu air. Air
dingin.
Air putih atau air perluan.
Sini air sumur ini.
Air sumur ada. Oke. Oke, ada. Di mana?
Di rumah. Mana tempatnya?
Iya.
Mana tempatnya? Tempat air.
Tempat air ya untuk kapal.
As we go grab our jerry cans from the dinghy, we come across a fisherman who sadly tries to sell us a young sea turtle.
They just wanted to sell us a turtle to eat, and it's like the saddest thing I ever saw. So we just bought it, and we're just asking him to return it to the water very carefully. They all look at me like it's the weirdest thing that's ever been asked of them, but... hati-hati, ya. No. Di laut. Okay, makasih. All right, that's done. That was horrific. Makasih. Now we're gonna sort out the water after we just freed a turtle. That was, I don't know, it's one of these things that, you know, in their culture, they don't know that they're endangered. They don't know that there's not many turtles left. So the best we can do is save the ones that we come by. So the guy that we bought the turtle from is now our very good friend, and he's invited us to get the water from his house. Makasih. Makasih, permisi.
Ya, masuk.
So it's super lovely in here. It's really nice and cool. It's super colorful. That's, I think, is my favorite thing about these villages is they love color, and they have a huge indoor sauna/bathroom. Very nice.
All the big houses have their own wells that collect the water from underground. They're very generous and help us fill all our jerry cans, but it takes a while using the little bucket. Teamwork helps as we go back and forth between the well and our dinghy. Everyone is so lovely and friendly, a village full of smiles and color.
Okay, so we got all our water. We're gonna be able to say goodbye to this beautiful village that welcomed us like crazy. It's great to have to get water on land and be greeted like that and meet all these people all of a sudden. Spent a few lovely hours into this village, but time to go back onto the boat. Terima kasih banyak! Bye-bye! Let us go.
We continue our way down south. We're getting impatient to find our next Dreamcatchers.
As we push south, we sail through fragrant mangroves that smell like jasmine and morning dew.
We arrive in an unexpected piece of paradise. The anchorage is really safe, and there are lots of immaculate beaches to explore. We spot a big boat anchored near us, and we hear kids laughing on board.
It turns out they're a family of 4 conducting surf charters in the region. It's the first time we meet a family sailing with children on board. They invite us over for a chat and a tour of their boat.
Hello, my name's John McGroder. I'm 50, originally from Sydney in the east coast of Australia.
Hi, I'm Belinda McGroder. I'm 40 and I've been living on board and doing surf charters for 14 years now.
My name's Finn. My name's Duke. I'm 10 years old. I'm 6 years older, and we live in Indonesia on Barrenjoey and Mentawais. So I'm just going to give you a brief tour. This is front deck, and this is the board rack, and on charter you can't even see through the board rack. That's how many boards it has from the guests. This is the back deck, and down here is where when we're on charter, this is where the guests sleep.
6.
Yeah. We have 6 bunk beds and a TV, so so the guests don't have to come up to watch movies. And I've actually been here, and you can't really feel the rocking down here. And it's a great spot for the guests. Although if it's rocky enough, you can feel the rock down here, and sometimes they do get seasick, but they've usually got a bucket.
Basic rundown of a surfing charter is, guys, come on our boat for our particular boat is 11 nights. Live aboard the boat. We provide all the food, beer, and take them surfing. So we'll anchor off a break where there's perfect surf and go out surfing with them, show them the intricacies of the break and basically guide them.
On charter, because the back cabin holds 6 guests, this holds 4, totaling 10. We take 10 guests on each charter. And in here is where we keep all our food and produce and gear and fishing rods. Yes. This is the raft in case the boat sinks. We roll the raft off and it turns into a little lifeboat, and it can fit 20 persons on, which is more than enough for the Barrenjoeys, for the whole entire Barrenjoey.
John and Belinda seem to have a good setup. We want to know how it all started.
Previous to owning Barrenjoey, I worked for a surf company, Quicksilver. So they ingrained in me the importance of get outside that square, I guess. And I was at a contest doing a little bit of media work in Fiji, and John was working on one of the boats there. 14 years later, here we are, 2 children downstairs, and yeah.
Saw Barrenjoey sitting there one evening and went and sat on it and felt right, and so we went for it. Yeah, it was a bit scary at first, but that was a dream, yeah. Get my own boat and do my own charters. Living the dream.
Living the dream,
as they say.
So obviously that was the seed that I was given, and so I had to grow that. So support your man, yeah? So he showed me a boat that he liked, so I was like, that's great. I had no idea about boats, really, nothing. We got married and I was told that it would be unlikely that I'd have children. I didn't actually have an issue falling pregnant at all, so it was like wow, that was a little quicker, and it just never occurred that anything in pregnancy could possibly go wrong in the middle of nowhere on a boat. It honestly just did not. And then number 2 came along, and managing a child on a hip with the pregnancy belly, and again everyone said, you can't do that. Hi, here I am still. So Finn's now 10 and Duke's now 6. They're really adaptable, I guess, would be the...
It gives us a lot more family adventures together that we would normally do if I was up here doing it by myself, or we'd put the kids in school somewhere and Belinda had to stay on shore. The whole schooling side of it is a
It's amazing to see the penny drop. You'd miss that if they were in school, and I know that may be a bit of a selfish thing, but to actually see the penny drop and go, oh, he just got that, wow, how amazing. I feel very fortunate to be able to watch them grow.
I do feel different because, well, I'm homeschooled. I only went to a normal school for a little bit, and yeah, I feel like there is an advantage on going on the boat rather than learning about things. I can actually see them, such as learning about all the marine fish. I can go diving and see all of them and study them closely rather than looking at pictures in a textbook.
And I just like sliding down the wave and getting smashed.
We asked the parents if they ever have any concerns about this lifestyle.
We question that.
Yeah.
Whether they should be at school, mucking around with other kids, social interaction. A lot of people ask us that. We don't know the outcome, do we?
There's got to be sacrifices to get the benefits, and the benefit right now is we're fortunate enough to all be together, where that's not necessarily the case for a lot of families. So, we're lucky.
What a beautiful Dreamcatcher family. We ask them for words of wisdom for other people that also wish to follow their dreams.
My advice, anyone that's scared to change their life, you got one. You're gonna blow it or make it.
It's good to have a good partner, I guess. Like if you're a team, that helps. having a good partner
Because you're not on your own.
that's doing it.
Can hold
Yeah.
hands and jump together.
Yeah, I think that helped us a lot, that the team. So you get the right partner and then go for it.
Don't feel left out that you're not getting this experience, because I bet some of you have been to places I've never been. I bet you've explored heaps of places that I've never even thought about. I bet you've seen things I've never seen, so don't feel left out.
Time has come again to lift anchor and sail towards our next destination. Each person we meet has taught us so much, and we can't wait to learn more from the next Dreamcatcher.
Next week on Dreamcatchers, we make a pit stop in Padang, the biggest city of West Sumatra, for some hectic but fruitful shopping.
Now, the impressive thing is also that this market is open every day, all day.
We finally make it to the famous Mentawai Islands, home to some of the most perfect waves in the world. Diego opens his home and shares his story with us. It took him 7 years to fulfill his dream of building a surf camp.
I live through my passion of good food and good times, good party, and going out there and surfing.